Last month, a UK police officer confiscated a Cybertruck near Manchester, leaving the electric vehicle community shocked. But what makes this incident so noteworthy isn't just about missing paperwork. It's about critical engineering decisions that make Tesla's latest model outright illegal on UK roads. To put things into perspective, the Cybertruck weighs a staggering 6,898 pounds. This isn't just about being heavy, it's over the legal weight limit for most vehicles in the UK. Now you might be wondering, can't Tesla just fix this? Unfortunately, it's not that simple. The issue stems from 5 major engineering choices that directly conflict with UK safety regulations, and Tesla's engineers were fully aware of this from the start. Let's dive deeper into the problem. First off, the most obvious issue, sharp edges. UK law requires that any protruding parts must have edges rounded to at least 3.2 millimeters. Yet the Cybertruck is full of sharp angles. It's a nightmare for anyone studying geometry. This isn't just about design, it's a safety concern. In 2023, the UK recorded over 16,000 pedestrian accidents. Rounded edges on vehicles are specifically designed to protect pedestrians in case of a collision. But here's the twist. These sharp edges are integral to the Cybertruck's exoskeleton structure. They're not just cosmetic features. They serve as structural supports for the vehicle's integrity. Modifying these edges would jeopardize the entire unibody design. Unlike standard vehicles that have layers in their front end designed to absorb impact, the Cybertruck's sharp edges act as pressure points, and altering them would require a complete redesign of the vehicle. To add fuel to the fire, Tesla has patented this edge design in a market where it's explicitly illegal to use. The front edge of the Cybertruck features 7 unique impact points, each one posing its own regulatory challenges. When we talk about rethinking the Cybertruck, we're not just considering minor adjustments. We're talking about a complete redesign that would essentially turn it into an entirely new vehicle. Do you remember the excitement surrounding those sleek LED light bars on the Cybertruck? Well, here's the issue. They don't comply with UK lighting regulations at all. Let's break it down. UK laws are specific about brightness levels, precise placement, and visibility angles for vehicle lights. The Cybertruck's uninterrupted LED bar fails to meet 6 different regulatory requirements. Traditional vehicles use separate light units for a reason. Research shows that each lighting function, whether it's indicators, brake lights, or running lights, needs to be placed in specific locations with proper spacing. The Cybertruck's all-in-one LED bar, though visually striking, creates major visibility issues from various angles. There's an interesting twist though. The Cybertruck's software-driven lighting system is cutting edge, but lacks the backup systems required by UK law. If the central computer fails, the vehicle would essentially become invisible, which is a serious safety risk. Tesla actually has patented designs for UK-compliant lighting, but chose not to use them. Modifying the Cybertruck to meet these standards isn't as simple as swapping out bulbs. It would require major structural changes to both the front and back of the vehicle, which could cost around $155,000 per unit. And that's assuming the steel body can even be modified. Now let's talk about the steel. Tesla's VP proudly mentioned using 30x cold-rolled stainless steel, which sounds impressive, but here's the problem. In a crash, you don't want a car to be as rigid as a tank. For those into the science of it, here's why. Standard car bodies are designed to crumple, like an accordion, to absorb the energy from a crash. On the other hand, Tesla's 30x steel is about 3 times tougher than regular car steel, which makes it a major concern for safety. In the UK, this toughness isn't just a unique selling point, it's a serious safety issue. So should car manufacturers be allowed to experiment with design, or should safety regulations always come first? What are your thoughts on vehicle safety features? Let us know in the comments below. In contrast to traditional vehicles that are designed to crumple in a crash, the Cybertruck's steel remains rigid until it unexpectedly gives way, transferring the crash energy directly into the passenger compartment. UK safety standards, which have been developed over many years of research, set out clear guidelines on how vehicles should respond in collisions. Unfortunately, the Cybertruck's exoskeleton design essentially ignores this rulebook. Here's the twist. Tesla knows about this issue, but it's likely they never intended to sell the Cybertruck in the UK. Internal documents show that Tesla considered using a steel that would comply with UK regulations, but decided against it. Instead, they prioritized the vehicle's visual impact over safety compliance, aiming to make a bold statement with the design. The steel wasn't just chosen for durability, it was selected to make a significant visual impact. However, in the UK, that means you simply can't drive it legally on the roads. Let's revisit the weight issue. The Cybertruck Beast model weighs in at 6,898 pounds, 3.1 tons. This matters because in the UK, if you passed your driving test after 1997, you need a special license to drive vehicles over 3.5 tons. You might think, but 3.1 tons is under 3.5 tons. And you'd be right. However, once you add passengers, luggage, and that hefty steel body Tesla loves to boast about, you could find yourself in illegal territory just by taking a family trip to Cornwall. Now let's talk about performance. The Cybertruck can hit 60 miles per hour in just 2.6 seconds, which puts it in supercar performance territory. But remember, it weighs as much as 2 Honda cars combined. A direct quote on the Cybertruck: "It's an over 6,000-pound piece of steel that has no business going a quarter mile in under 11 seconds." Here's where it gets tricky. UK road lanes are typically 3 meters wide, and the Cybertruck spans 2.2 meters. This leaves just 40 centimeters of clearance on each side. Imagine trying to navigate that bulk through the narrow historic streets of British towns. Standard vehicles are designed with crumple zones that deform by 70 to 100 millimeters during a crash to absorb energy. In contrast, the Cybertruck's exoskeleton design completely alters this safety principle. Let's look at a standard vehicle crash test. As you can see, the front end collapses progressively, which is intentional to absorb energy and protect passengers. Now let's compare that to the Cybertruck. You'll notice the difference. The exoskeleton design forces the impact forces directly into the vehicle's structure, bypassing the safety features typically used to protect passengers. The Cybertruck's rigid structure results in body displacement during a collision, instead of the controlled deformation typical of most vehicles. In engineering terms, it's like turning a crash cushion into a battering ram. But what truly worries safety engineers is that the issue isn't just about protecting the Cybertruck's occupants. Consider the impact when this 3.1-ton rigid vehicle collides with a standard UK car. European vehicle standards were developed over decades of research and thousands of crash tests. They're based on a principle of mutual compatibility. Vehicles that protect not just their occupants, but everyone on the road. However, the Cybertruck's mass and rigidity create forces that most UK vehicles aren't built to withstand. In fact, we're talking about impact forces up to 50% higher than what's typically seen in vehicle-to-vehicle collisions. Tesla currently holds around 10 to 12% of the UK's electric vehicle market, but this ban is more than just a public relations issue. It's a strategic business decision. Last year, the UK's EV market grew by 31%, with new registrations surpassing 320,000. Pickup trucks make up less than 1% of all vehicle sales in the UK, which is relatively minimal. Unlike in places like Texas or Australia, the UK tends to favor hatchbacks and compact SUVs. How well do you think American vehicle designs fit with UK roads? The real winners in this situation are European manufacturers who have been quietly observing Tesla's moves. While Tesla was designing the Cybertruck to meet US regulations, companies like Volkswagen and BMW were designing vehicles specifically for the European market. Even the Hyundai Ioniq 5 prioritized UK and EU regulations. The numbers tell an interesting story about Tesla's potential market loss. A conservative estimate suggests they could lose about £450 million in sales over the next 3 years. While that's not a huge amount, it's likely not the full picture. There's also a bigger issue. The Cybertruck isn't just banned in the UK, it's facing similar obstacles across Europe. This isn't just a problem for one market. It hints at what the future of global EV regulations could look like. Tesla's push to break boundaries with the Cybertruck has also meant challenging decades of safety research and regulatory evolution. Sometimes true innovation involves knowing which rules to follow. What's most fascinating about this situation is that Tesla may have inadvertently done the UK EV market a big favor by bringing attention to these safety standards. The Cybertruck has sparked an important conversation about vehicle design philosophy. Should we prioritize shock value and bold designs, or should we focus on innovations that fit within established safety frameworks? The Cybertruck acts as a wake-up call for the entire industry, and that may be more valuable than just another electric pickup on British roads. In the UK, the Cybertruck is essentially designed for the vast highways of the US, the rugged landscapes of Australia, or the wide-open spaces of Canada, but it's not built with UK roads in mind. So let's be realistic. If someone wants to import a Cybertruck and modify it to meet our standards, more power to them. It's their money, and I have no problem with that. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.